Good day, everyone. Andrew and I are going to talk about three of the wines that you'll find in your mystery case today, and we'll start with the Solstice sparkling wine, move into the Stanley Ranch Syrah from Starmont, as well as the Profile 2013, which happens to be our 30th anniversary. So let's jump right in and taste the wines.
Yeah, let's do it. So first off, we have the Solstice, which is a classically kind of produced Méthode Champenois, so old world style champagne, but of course made with our estate Pinot Noir grapes primarily from our Stanley Ranch Estate vineyard down in Carneros. There is a little bit of Chardonnay in here, but kind of when I mean the classic traditional way, we whole cluster press these grapes at about 19 bricks. So before it's like really still wine, ripeness. High acid, we ferment those in barrel, and then we add a dosage, which is a little bit of yeast and a little bit of sugar. We put them in these champagne-style bottles, and then it gets riddled over the next 24 months. Deepening in flavor. You hear that yeastiness, kind of that bready richness that kind of comes out as well. So, total is about 4 years before it gets released, and which we're left with is like these tiny bubbles, which is to me always an indicator of quality. It's just super fun. Take about the first 40 vines in the rows down there and make 500 cases with this. So it's super fun wine.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this wine. Obviously, the bubble is very fine. I think because of the aging process. Also, the fruit comes from our Stanley Ranch, so Chardonnay and mainly Chardonnay, a little bit of Pinot. Fantastic wine for the price, of course, as always. Let's jump into the second wine here, which is the Syrah. This is more of like a Rhone style Syrah.
Yeah,
if I had to characterize it that way, that's the way we like it. We're kind of traditional in many ways as well, but we obviously use Napa Valley fruit. In this particular case, it's Carneros fruit from the same ranch where we grow the Chard and the Pinot.
Yep.
Make only a few hundred cases of this wine. We have a couple of rows, maybe just a little over 1 acre planted down there. Cooler climate.
I think the cooler climate is what kind of drives it in that Rhone direction. It's not so hot as like an Up Valley Syrah might be. So you have that really nice freshness of fruit and that balance, but you still have that gamey earthiness that you get in a lot of those Rhone Syrahs. So one of my favorite examples, I think, of Napa Valley Syrah, and generally it's a really stunning wine right now, especially for 2017, such a hot vintage. I think Up Valley, it still retains a lot of freshness and bright acidity and vibrancy.
Yeah, no.
Great food wine, by the way.
Yeah,
amazing.
What would you pair this wine with?
Syrah for me, I always like pork. Barbecue with maybe an Asian style glaze too, something that kind of complements that savoriness and the sweetness that's there.
Yeah, that works for me. Makes me hungry. All right, talking about that, we'll move into the big dog here, the Profile 2013. That's the 30th anniversary, as I mentioned earlier. Mostly Cabernet. Cabernet based, mostly Cabernet in there. I think it's about 80+%, as well as some Petit Verdot and Cab Franc.
Yep. 2013, kind of the first of the drought years of the mid 2000s. So I remember at the time thinking those wines would be super powerful, lots of tannin, which they were. Needs a little bit of time. So now we're at 9-year mark, and you really get, I think, all the structure is still there, but what's happened is the tannins have fully resolved, and it's a very velvety, it's a very luxurious feeling wine. It's big, but at the same time it's very well balanced, and it's soft and plush and round. It's got kind of everything you really, really want in a high-end Napa Cabernet, to be honest. It's kind of all there right now.
Yeah, almost 10 years old. I think you're right. I mean, this one was pretty tight out of the gate, as our wines are really big wines, of course. Mountain fruit. So it takes a little bit of time for the tannins to resolve, but I think they are showing, this wine is showing better and better. So those are the three wines that we're featuring today from the mystery case. You'll have obviously 9 other bottles. There's actually a Malbec also. So just those 4 wines alone, basically, that's it for the case. I mean, it makes the price already, the rest of the bottles basically a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's a
after
great value.
that. The price is $3.99 for the case. So those 4 wines together are about that price. That's what I meant to say. So grab as much as you can, of course, and cheers.
Cheers.